Wow. So I feel like I'm almost able to relax a little bit. It's been a little over 2 weeks since the accident. My body has responded really well. Uh, I've been treated well. I had an infection in one leg for a little bit. I got a tiny bit of infection in another cut, but no big deal. Um, Overall, it's been strong, and I'm already can move my legs a little bit. I'll be doing kind of personal physical therapy for a bit. Donations have been amazing. The diversity of people donating is astounding. People from high school, people from past work, people who have used to come to parties at my house, people who have been to the Bosque and been part of it, people who have followed the Bosque for a long time and are excited by it, personal friends of various kinds. And that's been overwhelming to realize that I have value and that the project has value, and it encourages me to keep going. I mean, the donations obviously literally allow me to continue, but I am thinking big now. I've got to do the things I've talked about. I've had great successes. I mean, I've worked my ass off on this stuff for free for years. And I think people appreciate that. I don't feel bad about crowdfunding it. There's no way I could avoid these costs. Any insurance I would have gotten would have been irrelevant to this problem. So, and then, falling off a roof, I guess, is dumb, but it was a very momentary, less than a second decision, and it could happen anytime. Uh, so, I don't know what I learned out of this except that I need to do the things I need to do right now. So, I still need to get more donations to be able to survive the next few months. I'm paying my hospital bill now, my surgical bill is paid, and I'm going to buy a hospital bed. The hospital here is giving me actually a really good price on one that they don't need. It's used, and then some other medical supplies, some painkillers. I'll be settled hopefully in my new place tomorrow. So even though the hospital's been great, they have a big staff and everything. It's kind of pricey. The money burns up real quick. It's not pricey at all by U.S. standards, but by comparison to not having a lot and where I can go stay, I need to get out of here. But I'll kind of miss it a little bit. I do hope the new place is going to be nice and natural. There's dogs there, and I'm going to have good internet. One of the many factors have made this very difficult. One is that I'm very disconnected from most of reality, so my accounts and things aren't in good shape. I've had to reactivate my card and stuff and get my routing number and talk on the phone to my bank, and had to actually take a stretcher into the bank here in Mexico to get money out of it, which is kind of amusing. So it's all been just a very whirlwind kind of strange thing. I am pretty tired out because it's a fair amount of work doing this. I mean, I was on the phone for hours today, and just then there's physical things which are getting easier by the day. So thanks for helping me get through this really, really weird time. You don't have to have like weird sympathy for me or anything. I'm not sick, I'm broken, and I'm actually very optimistic. I'm very energized about what I'm going to be doing in the future. And I want to talk more about that with you. A lot of people have heard about the project for the first time because I fell off of a roof. So it may actually end up being a good thing that I fell off the roof. Next year, I'm going to go to that same party. I'm going to video again, just like I always do. I'm going to get on that same roof, and I'm going to toss stuff off the roof to the crowd. I got a lot of fans out there locally. I'm, that weird gringo dude. And I'm also planning to use some of the donations, if I have enough at the end here, to throw a party. Nothing fancy, but throw a party for the donors locally, the people who lent me money, the people who arranged me to go from a bad hospital to one that they actually saved me, and the people who have done errands for me. There's a guy who found a place where I'm going to go stay. There's some local gringos that helped me out with my cash flow problems. And so there's just so many people to thank. And of course, for people far away, which is what most of the donors are, we'll set up a webcam or something and you can attend the party virtually. But I just feel like I have probably the greatest amount of gratitude I've ever had in my life for anything. People have given me my life, and I will give my life for you. I was already doing it, but I'm going to do it better. and with a lot more confidence in myself. I'm actually very confident in my path. I have solutions that work, and people are increasingly aware of problems in the world, but I feel like a lot of their solutions are way off track, like protesting oil companies or something. That's like protesting yourself. The rich of the world are trying to blame somebody else when it's us who have to reduce our consumption. There's no way to pass the blame off here. So anyway, there's a lot of issues about that. I'm going to get a little bit more direct and honest with that kind of stuff because if we're going to soften the collapse of civilization, if we're going to find any semblance of order and reason and prosperity, then we're going to have to do that in very different ways than we have done in the past. We're going to not be able to use the same methods that we built up this enormous, unsustainable civilization that's poisoning the entire planet and will collapse and kill us all. So those are the things I'm working on. And if you look at all the people doing that, I think I'm the most honest in the way I do it. It's very simple, rustic, it's scalable to the whole world, and I hope you're on board with that too. I know it's a tough thing to chew. It's hard to look at the realities of the world and confront them, and then confront ourselves and see our own part in it. But that's what we got to do. It's us. We're the problem. So I'm going to try and make it pretty fun a little bit. The way I present solutions. I don't want to just be a doomer and say, okay, we're all going to die, because I think we can do better than just roll over and die. I think we can mend our ways, and I think we can build a better world that's prosperous. I think we can have life in the oceans again and stop poisoning them. I think we can change our lifestyle that should be happier for us. So I want to present a fairly optimistic vision. There's still ways you can help. We still need to continue the crowdfunding for the moment. But really, the way you can help is get on board with these visions, introduce them to other people. I will be producing better media to allow for that. I want to allow for you to help evangelize solutions, whether they work for you, whether ones I'm experimenting with that might be relevant for somebody else. But we have to get out there and actually start building a new world. And that's different than just trying to blame everybody else and say somebody else should do something. No, it's us. We're the team right now. And you just kept me alive enough to continue. So thank you again. We got lots of work to do. And I still got lots of recovering to do. But my mind is fine. My head did not hit anything on the way down. I'm not paralyzed. I didn't break my spinal column. I am going to be ready to go again. And I'm ready to go now with work online once I have bandwidth again. Anyway, rambly as always. Hang in there.